Hello everybody, welcome to Wonderful of this whole entire thing. I'm Zoe Alex, welcome. So basically in this wonderful feeling is that this is going to be a very poker, basically how it is. It's going to be a very interesting way. It's going to defeat the poker game, and basically it's a late night poker kind of thing. So this is the way it kind of happens the day as it is. And remember that this is going to be a very interesting way of how it's going to be in that way. And you think that everything will be fine, dandy, what have you. But this is the way it kind of concludes. So remember that, I always say this, and you have to understand this about how it is. And you think that, okay, well, everything seems to be fine, dandy, what have you. But that's how it kind of concludes, right? So, the pokedex will be on your left side, Zoyox is on the right side. Do not confuse about it. Do not. Remember, I have the dealer button, and obviously you have the Tim's card to split up the cards up as well, and that's how it seems to be. So, this is the way it kind of concludes, and this is the way I'm going to try to tell you all in a different perspective that everything has to be all great, but then this is the way it seems to be in the way it is, and you have to understand well it's the way it seems to be in that way, and you think that everything seems to be fine, but then you have to think to yourself, it's like, alright, well, this is going to be an interesting concept, and you think that, okay, well, this is the way it happens, and that's the way it kind of goes, right? So you have to remember about this is going to be how it is in where you're using your own strategy, whether you like it or not, whether you pay attention to how you're feeling and everything else, and you think that everything seems to be fine, but then it's like, well, this is the way it kind of concludes, right? So when you have your own way, you have your own understanding of what's going on, right? So when you have your own math skills, you pay attention, and when you pay attention on what's going on, and you like to understand about, oh well, this is a beautiful game. That's the way it kind of concludes, because you have to understand it's like, oh well, this is gonna be how it is. I'm going to see it. I'm going to understand it. It's the way of how it is, right? So when you have your own math skills, whether you have a 50% chance or longer, you have that, right? Because there is a mathematics in this whole entire poker game, right? So whether you have the cards between 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are odd numbers, right? And you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 as even numbers, right? So you have your whole entire mixture of the whole entire way, right? So you have your own odds. So you have like 2.25% whether you're going to win or you're going to lose. It all depends, right? It all depends on what your opponent has and what you have at the same time, right? So whenever things go right, they could be going wrong, but you never know, right? So you have to understand about how it is in one way or another, right? So you have to believe that this is the way it seems to be, right? You have to understand that, right? So whenever you do your own thing and say, all right, well, this is the way it goes, you have to do that, right? You have to do what you can, right? So that's how it seems to be. But this is the way it kind of goes, where you need to understand it, and then you think, okay, well, this is the way it needs to be, and this is the way it kind of is, right? So when you have that, you have that ability from the right and wrong, and you have to do exactly what you're going to be doing when you have your own responsibilities, have your own way, have your own theory, right? That's the way it goes, right? So this is the way it seems to be, and that's how it is. And remember that if you like this video, please give a like, please give a comment, enjoy, and let's begin. Right, so let's see. Pro guys have 3 clubs. Joey Alex has the King of Hearts. Now I'll go first. Focus will get 5 cards, so he also gets 6 cards. So let's see. So I have the ace, 10, 3 of spades, 9 of hearts, jack of clubs, and 10 of diamonds. So, you know, I have spades and a pair of tens. Like, that's not bad. Well, let's see what the Pogots have. Pogots have the jack, 7, 3 of hearts, 5 of spades, and 5 of diamonds. So basically, you know, they have hearts. You know, that's the way it goes. But that's how it seems to be. So here we go. And the flop. Flop is queen of spades, ace of hearts, 9 diamonds. Turn. Jack of spades. And 2 of spades. So I was close for a royal flush. But I have a flush anyways. Now it's 1 point for Zoe Alex, 0 points for Pogots. And here we go. The flop is 3, 2 of diamonds, 10 of clubs. Turn. 7 of clubs. And 6 of hearts. I have top set of pair of tens. Now it's 2 points for Zoe Alex, 0 points for Pogots. And here is the flop. Flop is 7 diamonds, 6 of clubs, 4 diamonds. Turn. King of spades. And 2 of hearts. Kind of missing a straight draw. Pogots have the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 high straight. 1 point for the Pogots, 2 points for Zoe Alex. And the flop is 2 of clubs, king of spades, 6 of clubs. Turn. 7 of clubs. And queen of spades. And let's see. Pogots have a pair of sevens. I got ace high. But I think pair of sevens defeats me. Yeah, so now that must be 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 points for the Pogots, 2 points for Zoe Alex. So it's like, this is very interesting indeed. So it's like, this is how it is, right? So it's really very good in one way or another. And when it's very good, you have to be uptight and you have to figure out what's going on in that way. And you think, okay, well, this is going to be very interesting indeed. Because that's how it is, right? So you have to think for yourself. And you have to do exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Because that's how it is, right? So you have to see what's going on. Pogots will get 6 cards, so I also get 6 cards. So let's see. Polegates have the 5 9 of diamonds, 9 of hearts, Jack 10 9 of spades. So they have trip 9s. That's interesting, eh? Wow. And let's see what I have. I have 3 ace of spades, 8 2 of hearts, Jack 2 of clubs. So I have pair of twos, I have hearts, spades, and clubs. Polegates only have diamonds, but they have bad spades as well. So here we go. And the flop. Flop is 7 hearts, 10 diamonds, 2 of spades. Turn. Ace of hearts. And 8 of spades. Polegates have the 79, 10 jack, jack high straight. Wow. 3 points for Polegates, 2 points for Zoyanox. And the flop is 6 of hearts, 8 2 of spades. Turn. Ace of diamonds. And Jack of diamonds. I have aces and jacks and top set with pair of twos. Now it's 3 points for Zoyanox, 3 points for the Polegates. And here we go. The flop is 3 diamonds, 6 of hearts, 5 of spades. Turn. 4 of clubs. And 4 of diamonds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 high straight for Zoyanox. 4 points for Zoyanox, 3 points for Polegates. And here we go. And the flop is 5, 8 of spades, 6 hearts. Turn. 4 of clubs. And 4 of spades. Flush over flush. I have an ace high flush against the jack high flush. And now it's 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 points for Zoyanox. And Polegates are up to, I think they were up to 3 points, I believe. Yeah, 3 points for the Polegates. So it's like, wow. Right, so let's see. Plus we get 5 cards, so I also get 6 cards. Let's see. I have the 8, 9 of hearts, Jack 3 of spades, 6 of clubs, 5 of diamonds. Right? Focus have the ace 2 of hearts, king 10, 2 of diamonds. Alright? And the flop is 5 of clubs, Jack of hearts, Jack of clubs. Turn. 4 of diamonds. And 3 of clubs. I have Jack 5 full house. So now 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 points for Zoe Alex, 3 points for Poet Gods. And the flop is Queen of diamonds, Jack 5 of clubs. Turn, Queen of hearts. And 10 of clubs. I have the 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen of straight, but then the Pogods have the ace, king, queen, Jack 10, ace high straight. Now it's 4 points for Poet Gods, 10 points for Zoe Alex. And the flop is 8 diamonds, ace spades, ace of spades. Turn. 9 diamonds. And 4 diamonds. Full house defeats the flush, and now it's 8 points for Zoe Alex, 4 points for Poet Gods. And the flop is 9 of diamonds, ace 8 of spades. Turn. Jack of hearts. And 10 of hearts. I think Pogods have aces and 10s. I kind of missed with my straight draw. So now it's now it is at 5 points for Pogods, 8 points for Zoe Alex. Wow. Let's see who's going to win. Pogods will get 7 cards, Zoe Alex will get 6 cards. Let's see. And Pogods have the 4, ace, 7, queen of clubs, 4 diamonds, 6 of hearts, 2 of spades. So basically they have clubs with a pair of 4s. Alright? Let's see what I have. I have the 10, 5, 9 of spades, 8, 3 of diamonds, and king hearts. So basically I have diamonds and spades. Here we go. Flop is 8, 3 of clubs, king of spades. Turn. 10 of clubs. And 6 of diamonds. Flush defeats me. Now it's 6 points to the Poet Gods and 8 points for Zoe Alex. Wow. And the flop is 7 of hearts, king of spades, 8 of clubs. Turn. 20 diamonds. And 7 of diamonds. Plug as the queen 7 full house. Wow. Oh. Wow. That basically sent me on tilt. God dang it. So that must be at least 7 points to the Poet Gods, 8 points for Zoe Alex. Wow. And here we go. Flop is 10 of clubs, 5 of hearts, jack of clubs. Ooh, royal flush draw for the Poet Gods. Wow, look at that. That's huge. Wow. The turn. Turns to 6 of clubs. And king of clubs, and that's a royal flush of the Poet Gods. Look at that. 8 queen of clubs to king, jack, 10 of royal flush. Like, look at that. So they have the 10, they have the king, they have the queen, they have the jack. So basically, if you put the ace, the king, then you put the queen, then you put the jack, then you put the 10, and that's a royal flush. Like, check it out. Check this out. That's a royal flush, baby. That is a royal flush. If I put the cards here, hang on. So if you see this like this is a royal flush here. See, now that's a bit, now that's 1 to a trillion percent. Okay, so when you have a royal flush, you have a royal flush. Alright? And when you have a royal flush, even if it's me, I will take a picture of it. For the Poet Gods, they can't take a picture of it. Ha ha ha, very funny, right? So when you have a royal flush, you have a royal flush, right? Now, the dealio when you have a royal flush, you have that percentage, right? You have that ability when you have a royal flush. That's the only thing that you have, right? So when you have basically, how they had at least six, like 7 cards. I had 6 cards. That's how it is, right? That's what all it is. The 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are odd numbers, right? So when you have the 7 cards and your opponent has 6 cards, as in me, I only had that. So when they had the ace queen and the flop came out like, the royal flush, they actually hit it, right? So when you have a royal flush, that's the way it goes, right? So, this is the way it kind of compacts it, right? So that's how it's need to be. But in order for that that's the way it kind of comes to that equation, right? So I'm not going to have my phone right now because I'm not going to do this. But in this way that I'm going to tell you all is like the poll guards were up to 8 points for Zoe Alex, 8 points for Zoe for so 8 points for poll guards, 8 points for Zoe Alex. Now we are both tied at one apiece in this whole entire game. So before I let you all go, pay attention about what was happening. Pay attention about what's going on in this whole entire fiasco, right? Because when you make a royal flush, like you have to make it. You have to make it until you break it. That's how it is. But when you make a royal flush, when you make it, basically when you look at the percentage, right, from 0% all the way to 1,000,000%, you make a royal flush, right? And it's rare to make a royal flush, right? The Bogarts made a royal flush because that's what it is, right? Because I did it a different way, right? That's how it seems to be. So when you make a royal flush, that's the way it goes. That's the way it happens. But that's how it seems to be, right? So I'm not gonna take a picture of it. But in that note, before I let you go, understand about this. Understand about how the methods are, how you can relate to what was happening, and you think, oh my goodness gracious, right? That's what it seems to be. So that's how it kind of concludes. But there we go, right? So I hope you all like this video. Please give a like, please give a comment, and enjoy. And this is the way it seems to be. And knowing that, that's the way it seems to be. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all.